So, hi guys, a very good evening. I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of Amdecon Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. So, once again, hope you're well, hope you're doing good. Cheers to you on a fantastic, so most amazing chai. So to stay rejuvenated, to feel fresh, to recharge your batteries, and to feel good and amazing. And of course, the aroma, oh my god, it's so splendidly nice when you have dalchini and you have some nice masalas and everything in it on a morning or an evening of I wouldn't call this winters, but generally speaking, when you're kind of wanting to take a breather from your work, or you're not feeling that great because of whatever health concerns and all that jazz. So I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of Amdecon Design. We are in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions and stuff. So thank you so much for all your messages and for all the time that you've taken out to wish me and congratulate me. And it's such an honor. I feel elated that most of you have kind of written in and sent me your messages and taken out time for your messages and your calls and stuff. Thank you once again. And I'm wishing everybody a fantastic festive season in advance and stuff. So now my read, as usual for the day, is on the tone is in your fingers, or actually the magic that we are wanting to create or do is actually all about us or within us and stuff. Okay, so this is a different read. I'm able to talk because my antibiotics seem to be working just fine. So this is a read which is talking about the tone is in your fingers. The guitar guru says the tone is in your fingers. You can buy the same guitar, you can have an amplifier, you can have the best of instruments and stuff, but if you're not going to perform well and if you're not going to play well, it's not going to sound like you. So here's an example about people who are obsessing on tools, people who are obsessing on the best of equipment, the best on the phones, the best of everything they want, the best of cameras they want, but because they got no talent, because they got no practice, because they don't know what they're doing, it looks like they are just demanding unnecessary stuff, when actually all they need is a regular camera, any musical piece, or any computer, a beginner's computer to start their work, specifically when they're amateurs. So, on that note, yesterday there was a fantastic movie that I watched, which is Amateurs. It was really nice. It was on basketball and sports and stuff, and it talked about coaching and the dreams of a guy to be a sports person, and he gets coached and stuff. His parents are against it, and he's a genius, and he kind of kicks it and stuff. But he starts as an amateur with inexpensive training and inexpensive equipment and a regular life, which most of us have done. I mean, I've had a great kick-ass childhood, so I could see a lot of myself there. And the read is about the designers talking on funky equipments that most of us want. I've already shared it. They want the most expensive phones, they want the most expensive gadgets, they want the most expensive speakers, they want the most updated softwares and stuff like that, like that. But most amateurs know zilch and stuff. So they are also linking this to the amateur golfers. So they say, I see this happening in golf, that many times it'll just be a beginner, but it's a, I mean, if you can get an expensive set, why not? Your parents can afford it, or parents have bought it for you or stuff, whatever is good. Your grandparents have given it to you or whatever, but the reality is that amateurs in golf or in tennis don't require the most expensive of clubs and most expensive of rackets and stuff. You start with basics and stuff, and if you were to have let's say a prodigy or a sports person like Tiger Woods to come in and hit in shots with a regular club, he would kill everybody there and everybody would lie flat, because it's not the club, it's the game that matters more. So what I'm emphasizing and what I'm telling you is that, you got to focus on yourself. You want to focus on your skills, you focus on your education, you focus on learning, and you focus on bettering yourself and stuff like that, rather than looking at what is not available with you and what quality is available with you. When we started many years back, we didn't have all these high tech computers which we have now. We didn't have AI. We started very basic with a regular computer. I've changed so many computers over the years and stuff and all that. And people talk about jazzy offices. They have to have a jazzy office to work out of. Yes, culture I can understand. But then there are visionaries like Mark Zuckerberg, who started in a garage. So with a startup culture, with a design culture, with general work, you don't require the best of offices. You actually require the best of acumen and stuff. And yes, office environment is important. Environment doesn't mean the best of facilities and the best of coffee shops and stuff like that. For amateurs, actually, what means is the culture, the boss, the basic work you're doing, what you're taking away, what you're learning on the job and stuff like that, which is helping you kind of form the basics and the foundation of education. So the author is saying that in business also people obsess over tools, software, scaling scales, fancy office, lavish furniture, other frivolities instead of what really matters, and then they don't even start, and they get no business and stuff, and then they leave. So I'd shared this experience that when I started my first job, I got into a great office, and the office, to be honest, really fascinated me a lot because it was amazing. It was in the basement. I wanted to spend more time there and stuff. I loved the place and stuff, but I was not enjoying my work, so I didn't last really very long there. Also, because the bosses had no clarity and they don't know what they wanted people like me to do and stuff. We had a boss from Bombay who started his own stuff, and I was given a warning that I'm not, delivering as per the required targets and stuff. So I went back and I put in all my energies. I got them a client of 4 crores. I'm talking about the year 2004 to 2006. They didn't have the acumen or the setups to even handle that. So I quit and I started something of my own. And rather than having a jazzy office, I had a pretty decent office where most of my clients would come in, and we had the basics in place and stuff. And my team would work very hard there. And of course, at that point of time also, we had the creative director working with Shah Rukh Khan, and I'd worked with Meena Huff, worked with Pizza Hut, I worked with Planet Holidays, I worked with it's just going down the memory lane. But the basics is that we got an award at that point of time also. And of course, we had to call it off because I became a burnout then. I had to get into the balancing act and stuff and all that. My journey kind of went on a different direction because I planned myself towards brand management, corporate communication, PR, retail, and stuff like that. And then now you know what it is. So the point is that it's not always the office, it's not always the infrastructure, it's not always the equipment, it's not always the gadgets. It's actually the basics which help you stay ahead and stuff. And performers or achievers or people who have to do stuff will find a place or a way to do it. They will not give excuses saying I didn't have a phone, I don't have a computer and stuff like that. You must have heard this. I may sound conventional or whatever, but I believe this: where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to record a video, you don't need the best of phone and stuff. You can actually start recording on your phone and sharing. So many people build their brands, they start their companies not with jazzy brand consultants and stuff. They start something of their own, they make a humble beginning, they hire a consultant and stuff. So there is no one logic, and there's no one branding or marketing rationale or one outlook towards stuff. And I remember, as I shared now with some I'd also shared a story that many years back they wanted to make some films and stuff, and they didn't have the best of equipment, so they started on the phone and stuff. And they did some movies and stuff like that, and that's what it was. So a lot of youth, lot of people come in with this outlook that we don't have the equipment, so we can't do it. So all these to me look like excuses and stuff. So the point is this, that it is the magic in you, it is the magic in your knowledge, it is the magic in your hands, it is the magic that you learn on the job, and as you are on a job, that matters more than the best of equipment and the best of infrastructures and stuff. I mean, if you can be in Harvard, if you can be in San Francisco, if you can be in Stanford, if you can be in Oxford, if you can be in these international you know foreign colleges, great. But if you can also be in IIT, you can be in Marva Studio, you can be in Sharda, you can be in whatever Amity, you can be in the any college. It doesn't matter. What really matters is what you study and what you imbibe and absorb. So that's that. So the point is this, that before you actually make excuses and give excuses, I give them to myself many a time, saying that I don't have my phone with me. How do I think of a design and stuff? I don't have my computer with me. How do I think of it? How do I deliver it and stuff? But the point is, what I do is, if it has to be creative, it doesn't have to be picked up from Pinterest or from catalogs and stuff. I just switch off and I think in my head. I close my eyes and I think about the showrooms I've been in and stuff, or the best of the environments I've been in, or the best of books I've read, or the best of layouts I've seen and stuff. And then I kind of just, get inspired from those. And I've learned everything on the job. I mean, I'm not by default an interior designer, which I come across as, but yes, I've got a lot of knowledge now because I've worked in launching brands. I worked with Mr. Ratan Tata. I worked along with Mr. Timmy Sarna for DLF, which is the largest store, DLF Avenue. I worked along with Marks and Spencer, West Side. I had a short stint with some other brands and stuff. I mean, this is not about my introduction and stuff like that, but the point is, many a times you learn on the job. So stay flexible. It's tempting. It's amazing. You want to obsess on the best of offices and stuff like that. It's nice to have a vision. It's nice to have a outlook of that sort, but you have to start with where you are and what you have. And if you were to look at the visionaries and stuff, they don't talk about the best of offices. They talk about actually learning from the best of people, and what you bring as value onto the table and stuff. So every visionary or every industry head will give you a different dope on it, or a different insight to your business and stuff. So it's up to you. Whom do you kind of resonate with? Whom do you kind of vibe with? Whom do you kind of feel related to and stuff? But also remember that if you want to know more and to learn more, you have to break that mold of being focused only on 3-4 people, and you have to kind of have an expansive outlook, because you can learn from anybody and everybody. So when I go to my office, the owner of my building, he's got nothing to do with interiors and stuff, but we've had so many chats about his online shopping experiences. Sometimes when his wife comes in and stuff, she tells me about the showroom she's been to, the shopping she's done and stuff like that. We start having chats on those, and because we're having a thought exchange, we begin to learn, and we come back very happy. And then there's another team sitting there. They've got nothing to do with my kind of work, but they're actually followers of the Silicon Valley. We don't have the same work, but when we do a thought share, we end up talking about the Silicon Valley and stuff like that. We exchange our thoughts there, and then I come back home. So it doesn't have to be a fixated outlook. It doesn't have to be the same industry. It doesn't have to be the same people. If you have to kind of learn more, you have to kind of, like I said, think about, you have to think about horizontal, actually. I wouldn't say vertical. So you have to think like that, and stop giving yourself excuses. I've got this hurt here, on my foot. So if I keep thinking about it, I'll not be able to do my work. So similarly, if you have a health concern, or let's say if you got some issue happening around your ear, around your eyes, around your back, around your leg, around mental health or whatever, you got to stop thinking about it. You got to stop talking about it. Just feel it. Talk to only your doctor. Take all the precautions and stuff, and believe me, trust me, when you become a part of a circle, or you kind of deviate your attention from your own issue to something bigger than you, beyonder than you, let's say community, dogs, let's say animals, let's say the festival time you're going to have, let's say the movie you want to watch, let's say the musical experience you're going to have, let's say the weekend, let's say the weather, let's say the shopping experiences, let's talk about the mall, let's talk about the eating spaces, or let's talk about baking a cake, let's talk about nature, decking up your house, cleaning up your room and stuff. You get that energy, and you deviated from thinking only about the core situations or circumstances of personal health or emotional health or mental health. And visionaries and business people, they talk about ideas, they talk about solutions, they talk about learning. They don't consistently harp on two three topics and stuff like that. So if you feel that you're getting irritated, or what is that word, frustrated by shares of other people, block it off and start soaking up something really amazing. Start soaking up whatever you feel good about. And if you really want to kind of stay ahead, you have to have a strategic approach. You may want to think about international markets, you want to think about international designs, you may want to think about what's the buzz everywhere. You may want to think about your next launch. You may want to think about your exhibition. You want to think about the fashion shows you're going to be attending and watching. So all that, so that helps you kind of bounce out and keep your focus off a lot of stuff that can irritate you, or the word which is so casually used, frustrate you, or what is that, it's so easy for people to say this, it depresses you, it brings you down and stuff like that. Start focusing on positive stuff. The reality is they may be negative everywhere or around you. Whatever the point is, you have to focus on the positive which is around as well. Just disconnect and start looking at people who inspire you, people who uplift you. Start focusing on something which makes you feel better, and then you're going to be on your next step, pushing forward and going forward and stuff. So love and luck, and take care, have fun, have a blast, enjoy yourself. These things like chai works a lot with music. Chai works a lot with sunshine. Chai works a lot before sleeping. Chai works a lot when you wake up. It's the best. You can have a coffee, you can have a chai, and I've had like what today, nimbu pani and nimbu soda. So enjoy yourself when you're at work. Take your own what do you call thermos and flask and stuff, and do yourself this favor. Stop depending on other people and look after yourself. After all, it's you who has to kind of do the work. It is you who has to kind of hold yourself accountable. It is you who has to take care of yourself and stuff. Parents, grandparents, and everybody is not going to come to your office or to your workspaces and stuff. So enjoy yourself and have a great day. And at the end of it, I'm going to share that when you want to make a start, you can make a start anywhere. It doesn't have to be the greatest of equipment. It doesn't have to be the bestest of offices. It doesn't have to be the bestest of technology and stuff. You grow as you take the next step forward and stuff, and then you rock it. So tomorrow we got our drum circle. Do drop in. We are at 2 locations actually. So festive time, it looks like a bumper festive occasion to celebrate and have fun. So follow us on social media on Delhi Drum Circle, and you'll be happy that you came in, because you'll be spending your time on a cause. And the second is at the Delhi Drum Circle, Oxford Bookstore, which is a nice coffee shop, and the ambience around CP is so amazing. It's the easiest to reach in by metro as well. So love and luck, and take care. jakapani@gmail.com, justlinkapani.im@gmail.com, and justlinkapani office@gmail.com. So enjoy yourself, stay light, stay happy, and cheers. Bye bye.